Dokdo, the rocky island, holds a special place in the hearts of many Koreans. And for the last 16 years, every year on October 25th, the nation has taken a moment to remember its easternmost island. Korea's very own Dokdo Island. Our news feature tonight with Lee Jiwon.
October 25th has been celebrated as Dokdo Day for the last 16 years. The day is dedicated to increasing public interest in Korea's easternmost island and sharing its history. Celebrations were held nationwide, including this one in Gwanghwamun Square in central Seoul.
We designated October 25th as Dokdo Day because this was the day in 1900 when Emperor Gojong of the Korean Empire officially announced Korea's jurisdiction over Dokdo and the nearby Ulleungdo Island in the East Sea.
But there's an even bigger reason why this day is so important in Korea. Japan has laid claim to Dokdo for decades. Tokyo argues that Dokdo was uninhabited when it was first incorporated into Japan's Oki Island in 1905, a claim that Seoul rejects. Japan also says that the San Francisco Treaty, which officially ended Japan's imperial rule and returned sovereignty to colonized nations after World War II, does not include Dokdo. But numerous scholars have found documents and other evidence that contradict such claims.
The name Dokdo first appears in an official Japanese document that dates back to 1904. It says Koreans called the islets Dokdo and Japanese fishermen called them Liangkodo. The name Liangkodo came from the island's international name, the Liangko Rocks, which shows that Japan did not have its own name for the island and thus did not own it.
The scholar said there is additional evidence from Japan dating back to the 17th and 18th centuries, proving that Dokdo has always belonged to Korea. And in 1900, Emperor Gojong officially declared Dokdo a Korean territory through Imperial Ordinance No. 41.
But even after losing in World War II, Japan continued to claim its imperial rule over Dokdo, arguing that the Allied powers did not include Dokdo as part of the territories to be returned to Korea. But, in fact, there are some 2,000 small islands like Dokdo in Korea, and not all of the 2,000 islands, including Dokdo, are listed in the San Francisco Treaty.
Korea's foreign ministry has responded to Japan's claims in several ways over the years. It made a website in 12 different languages explaining why Dokdo belongs to Korea, while rebuking the Japanese government's groundless claims to Dokdo. But mainly, the Korean government's approach has been to disregard Japan's claims, saying that it's obvious Dokdo belongs to Korea and there is no reason to fight over its own land.
The Korean government's quiet diplomacy is right in some sense, and at times it's needed. But when the Japanese government is investing so much money in not only teaching its young people that Dokdo is their territory, but also promoting false claims over Dokdo worldwide, the Korean government needs to respond more actively.
Civic organizations have also fought Japan's claims in their own ways. The Korean Federation of Teachers Associations has been holding special Dokdo classes on or around Dokdo Day for the past 7 years, teaching Dokdo's presence in Korea's history while boosting the students' interest in the island. Another organization is the Voluntary Agency Network of Korea, or VANK, whose mission is to promote and correct information and history on Korea around the world.
For a foreign friend who is interested in food, our cyber diplomat can promote Korea through small exchanges related to Korean cuisine. And during such exchanges, incorrect information or history about Korea can be corrected, like how Japan claims Dokdo as its territory.
But Dokdo experts say more could be done to promote Korea's sovereignty over the island. As experts have pointed out, Korea is in actual control of Dokdo, with its nationals living there. This fact should be used to further promote Korea's sovereignty over Dokdo, for example, through cultural activities such as the Korea Cup International Yacht Race that goes around Dokdo.
But most importantly, people should be encouraged to take more interest in the island, not just on special days like this.
이지원, 아리랑 뉴스.